Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I have a fabulous rack, and I will definitely be bingoing with this. There will be a ton of sevens and a ton of eights. If my opponent changes, I'll be looking to bingo using the blank as one of the tiles currently on my rack to minimise the number of floaters available for my opponent. So, do I have such a play? Can't see anything with the T or the R or the O, N or E. So I can't see a 7 where the blank duplicates a tile. My opponent's played Zo. So Zo takes a D in front. So the two hot lanes are column 5 with a D. Column 8 beginning or ending with an O. And then a third one, probably row I, running underneath Zo. So I've got Snotter in column 9. And Rottens. Can't see anything with the blank as a D. What about with an extra O on this rack? Well, I can't see anything beginning or ending with the O. It's more likely to begin, probably with something like an over. But that would be over taunt, nothing there. So at the moment I've got Rottens, Snotter, Stentor. What about a play running underneath the Zo? That would be a 7. Let's see how many I can overlook. Cornet. That doesn't play. Actually, something running underneath is going to have two vowels next to each other, so the blank is likely to be a vowel. Can't see anything there. Tritone. That doesn't help. Can't see anything there. Portent with a P. That's my Snotter, Stentor and Rottens rack. Okay, so Rottens it is. And a good pickup. Could well be a second bingo here. Quite a few floaters to consider in Rottens. But is there a bingo? I've got the less ending with cop. Cropless possibly through an R. Now, I wouldn't want to overlook a back-to-back bingo. But I haven't seen anything yet. Now, what about the E? Copeless, not good. Can't see anything. Can't see anything with the T. So I've got cropless, possibly. And I am tempted by that. Can't see anything with the F. FCP don't go well together. What about the H? Chopless? I don't think so. So do I try cropless? I think I do. It seems pretty plausible. Let's see if this stays on. If it does, I've got a non-bingo rack to consider. But one I can resolve fairly straightforwardly. Ava and Awa are both good. Nowhere great for either. I'm just slightly hesitant now, waiting for this to be challenged. This is absolutely on the borderline in terms of doubt. I've got actor in column 8 for a decent score, but I don't want to keep the V and the W unless I can score really well. And actor doesn't achieve that, although it does split up the duplicate A's. a vowel would use the V and the W, and I could do that in column 6, making far. Awito is good. But I haven't seen anything great so far. I'm wondering if duff takes a Y. It certainly takes an S. A Y would go quite nicely next to the F. Now Z is available, but I can't use that. Well, WAS is good, so I can use it. 23 points. But would a vowel be better? I think a vowel would, despite the S hook. Keeping AAT, not ideal. I think Ottava is good. Keeping WA, that's not bad. Opponent taking a while with this move. He may have a bingo. Or be close to one. Still one blank out there. Well, he's not. He's had a couple of high-scoring tiles. He's provided a nice spot for a vow. For 32 points. Or maybe not. 28 points, still pretty good. And less dangerous than playing it parallel to duff. And also a cropless not challenged, which is good. Now, another non-bingo-y rack, but scoring tile in the Y, and the triplicate A less of a problem since it's the only vowel I have. Now I've got a Y for going after F, and the A can go out after the F as well. So I can play YAG, leaving AART. That's going to be pretty good. My opponent may well be drawn to the top right. I can't use that to good effect. The S hook to a vowel not particularly dangerous. Triple word squares rather, are most dangerous when a high scoring tile can be placed on the double letter square. Now, what if my YAG spot is blocked? What's the best I can do in the top right? Well, nothing. Nothing at all. So at the moment it's just YAG that I've seen. I don't think YAGA is good. I think it's YUGA that I may be confusing that with. I've got gay parallel to a vowel. It sorts the rack out. It plays the same tiles as YAG, but it doesn't score anything like as much. I can't see any other super hot spots for the Y apart from next to the F. Again, my opponent taking a while. He's used more time than I have, down to just 14 minutes. Still 58 tiles in the bag. I'm surprised there's such slim pickings available for me in the top right. Quite a few words do begin AS. Possibly Astra is good, I'm not sure about that. ASAR is good. Only 15 points, and it's keeping the G and the Y. Ah, well, I have Astray. Keeping AG, that's beginning to look half decent. 30 points, yeah, great. So I do have an alternative play if YAG is blocked. 36 points for YAG if that remains available. Now, I did mention earlier that duff may take a Y. I'm certainly not confident enough on that to play it, Or another way of expressing that is that I have too much doubt to play it. And I certainly don't need to, because I've identified 2 high-scoring plays, which I'm 100% sure of. Now, Yag for 36, keeping duplicate A, or Astray for 30, keeping AG. I think the combination of score and rack leave favours Yag. However, I draw 2 more A's. Now I don't have a scoring tile. And it's going to be a tricky rack to resolve. I drew 2 A's and an I. Akai is good, but AO isn't. Gosh, how annoying. Maybe Astray would have been a much better play. Atria is good. So I've got Atria and Ag, but Atria takes an L in front. So I'd like to find something better. Atria and Or would be better, although it would place an I next to a triple letter square with the Q and the X still out there. I can't see anything through the S, unless Astra is good. Asar is good, but that doesn't score very much, and it keeps a vowel-heavy rack leave. So I haven't seen anything yet which I consider to be a really good candidate move. Now I have a Tartar, A-T-A-A-T-A, but that doesn't get doubled, so it's going to score almost nothing. It certainly sorts the rack out though. Keeping I-R. Wow, a play using 4 A's. Those don't come up very often. I don't think SRI is good, or sorry, it's SRA. It's SRA I was thinking about, but I don't think that's good either. Arty is good, A-A-R-T-I. Now, I think this is a candidate play because it doesn't place a vowel next to a triple letter square. It's an anagram of atria. It keeps A. Labium, not totally sure of that. It's fine. Now I'm 70 points ahead. I've got Arty in column 11. And do I have a play through the M? Well, I haven't seen anything. However, what I can do is play Arty here, which obstructs my opponent from using this triple word square. 17 points is okay. And that rack is looking a little bit better. Not good enough for a bingo, though. However, it should be fairly easy to resolve and leave a decent rack leave. I've got the M for score. So what would a good play look like? Actually, having said it's easy to resolve, it's going to be a struggle to get the vowel consonant balance right. However, I do have MIDI E on the rack, playing off 6 tiles. My opponent provides nothing but blocks a bingo lane, which is good since I'm ahead. So MIDI E does play in column 13, but it's not going to score greatly, and it places a vowel next to a triple letter square. I could play media, but keeping just 2 vowels runs the risk of having a vowel heavy rack. I've got mediate. Let me see what that looks like. 22 points, an okay score. Keeping a solitary vowel. Nothing like as bad as keeping 2 vowels. The E next to a premium square, much safer than an A or an I or an O being next to one, so that's not especially dangerous. I'm taking out a bingo lane, which is good. Yep, I think I will go with this. Still one blank to come. I draw lots of vowels, so there may be a shortage later on in the game. I have an I to go with my Q, so I could play chi and chi on the end of arty, which would obstruct... Well, it would obstruct column 13, but only by providing an equivalent lane in column 14, or even a better lane for a 7-letter bingo ending in S. And the rack leave pretty horrendous. From an F, I would have fakir. Only one U to come, so where are the U's on the board? Okay, none of them in a useful position. My Q could go above the I of mediate, keeping 5 vowels, pretty grim. But if I retain the Q, I only have 1 point tiles and I may struggle to score. However, there is that Q spot above the I, and there is the I of arty, so it's not a disaster hanging on to the Q. So maybe I could play something like area. Wow, nice play by my opponent. Just checking all these 2-letter words are good. Sometimes they're not, but they are. 82 points. There goes the second blank. That's all of them gone for this game. No Fs available for fakir. No, not that one. And where's the other one? Oh, right above it. Fair enough. But my opponent has provided a better spot for chi. 35 points, so that's good. And I'm taking out the 9-timer possibility, or the triple possibility in column 1. Jolly good. I draw 2 consonants, I think, L and Y. So not as unbalanced as it could have been. I've still got a 40-point lead. That could easily vanish if my opponent has a good X score or J score somewhere. But I do have the Y for score myself. That can go above the A of labium. But it's going to be tricky to utilise that spot without leaving a vowel-heavy rack leave, which I'd like to avoid. There could be, wow, 43 points for my opponent, with the J and the X still out there, so he's now gone into a 2-point lead. And provided nothing, an A goes after Rom, 13 minutes on my clock. Oh, well, he has actually provided something. He's provided a spot for year for 28 points, and the rack leave's okay, so that's fine. And year doesn't really provide anything good for my opponent. Still 2 S's to come, so the avowals hook could be useful. And the arty's hook, and there's still a bingo lane in row N. And there are definitely bingos in the remaining tiles. If I draw an S, it will go particularly well with the tiles I'm keeping. I draw an S. I also draw more vowels, so not quite a bingo here. There is the floating T of arty, but I can't see a bingo, and the floating L of labium. So there are floating consonants, but they don't really help me. I don't have any high-scoring tiles to justify making the avowals hook. And if anybody plays a 4-letter play across here, then they're providing 2 new floaters. This is going to be a tricky rack to score off, since there I have only 1-point tiles. I think Amir is good for 12 points, but not a great score and not a great rack leave. Now, let me look at the remaining vowel situation. I notice immediately there are no A's. 8 vowels out of 23 tiles. So the vowel shortage is materializing as anticipated. 21 points. Tamin takes an E in front. Wow, another floating consonant, N, T, and L. That could play to my advantage if my opponent is short on vowels. So I'm 5 points ahead. 12 minutes on my clock, 7 on my opponent's. Can I play off just AE somewhere and score? Well, I could play AE here, underneath year. But I don't want the front hooks to be available for my opponent. There's no need for that. I could play here. 11 points. Rackley's pretty good, given how dry the bag is in terms of vowels, and given the availability of bingo lanes. But can I do better than 11? Because with a score differential of 5, points could be this game could be decided by a very small margin. That's what I'm struggling to get out. Well, yeah, I think I can do better, and better strategically, by playing AE here, because if my opponent's got consonants, this is an obvious spot to score about 20 points. And my opponent can't score very well in column 2. So I think I like this play, even though I'm obstructing a floating consonant, but it's a consonant I have, so the L is the least useful consonant. I have C line and abs in column 14. Do I have a second bingo? Anything through the T? Can't see anything. C line would place an I next to the triple word square. Do I have a second spot for that? Can't see one, and I don't think C line has got an anagram. I would have alien E's through an E. Just wondering if C line slots in anywhere else. It doesn't quite fit next to a vowel. The R not available as a floater. The T of Tamin is available, as is the T of Artie. So does this rack really make nothing with a T? Lineates. Okay, that doesn't work. And it might not be good. But is there an anagram of it which is good? I can't think of one. Column 2 is a bingo lane for bingos beginning with Y. I don't have such a play. So I'm really hoping that the abs spot stays available. I've got a pretty slender lead at this point. Only 11 tiles in the bag. When I play C line, I'll be taking 7 of them. So after my bingo, if I'm able to play it, we could be deep into the end game. Now, what about the N of Tamin? Can't see anything. There's still an S out there. My opponent could play across, making a vowels, killing inadvertently my C line spot. That would be immensely annoying. I don't think he can score in that spot with the J or the X. Let me recheck the vowel situation. 6 vowels out of 18 tiles. And not too many floating vowels on this board. There's the I of Artie and the I of Tamin. Not an awful lot else on offer. Oh my word. C line has been blocked. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just checking. It has. That is galling in the extreme. Welt takes an S. Okay. So, 10 minutes left, which is loads of time. What do I do? Just rechecking this sea line situation. Yeah. My worst fears confirmed. It'll be annoying if I've missed a bingo in this spot. Anyway, how to sort this rack out. There are still bingo lanes on this board. I could just play the E off. But how much did I got? I got 10 points last time. I could easily find myself dependent on a bingo. I think it's worth fishing one more time, though. Just pausing in case there's an anagram of sea line which fits, which I've overlooked. Sea line. Can't see it. 9 minutes on my clock. So I can play eked for 9. It's not opening a new bingo lane. But the existing bingo lanes are pretty good with the N of Tamin, the T of Arty, and the 7-letter lane in column 14. My opponent may know that I'm fishing. I could play Yi to open up column 1. Don't think I'll do that this go. Well, I don't think I can get much more than I can with eked. So I'm going with this. I draw an N. Is there a 7 here? Can't see it. The N not particularly useful. What about the T of Arty? No, so I'm in a tricky spot here. 30 points for my opponent. My opponent has opened a new bingo lane, which is pretty good. I'm 20 points behind. 3 tiles in the bag. Can't see a bingo beginning with C. So what about playing just chin for 13, keeping a decent 5-letter set, and going for the bingo? Let's see. Right, so what do I have? Is insulae good? If it is, it plays in column 14. I think it certainly used to be good. It may have come out. Alanites is good. Yes, Alanites through the T of Arty. Fantastic. The fishing may have paid off. What about a bingo elsewhere, beginning with the C, for example? Can't see one. Now, what about through the N? Can't see one. So it's Alanites and Insulate. Insulate doesn't play. Can't see anything beginning IS. I haven't seen a 7 with this rack. Ah, well, hang on. I have. Because I saw Insulae, but what about Inulays? Great. I don't need to worry, because Alanites is going down. But have I fished for so long that this won't be enough? 72 points for 16. Okay. Remaining tiles pretty bingo-y. So, Alanites, I think I do need to play it. Yeah, I am going to play it. So, does my opponent have a playable bingo? He's got Negroes on his rack. Ah, he does. The agony. Okay, I'll just challenge just in case. It's fine. Game ends. And the final score is 411 to me, 458 to my opponent, a winning margin of 47 points. So many congratulations to my opponent. Let's see what I missed. How annoying. Okay, so opponents go fast. He plays Zoe. This is my rack. There was a bingo ending in O, Cornetto. I didn't see that. I got one fewer point by playing Rottens. No biggie there. Opponent plays Duff. I have Cropless Cesspool C3 also available, which I didn't spot. Opponent's rack, very consonant heavy. My rack, and I have a Vow, which looks fine. Opponent plays Jived. Now, what did I do here? I played Yag for 36. Yep, Yar possibly slightly better. G not a great tile, but it does unduplicate the A, so J6. Yar in the same spot as Yag. Opponent plays Labium. I've got a ton of vowels. Amy are available, and I played Artie for 17. Yeah, Amy are probably better, those two bingo-y consonants helping the rack leave. Nice rack for my opponent, no bingo. Plays Huey. This is my rack. I played Mediate for 22. Mard, K8, looks a lot better. Running along the top of Artie. Nice rack for my opponent. He plays Intoned. B1, Chi for 35. That was my play. Opponent plays Rock. And at this point, we're neck and neck. My rack, I play Year. That looks fine. Opponent plays Tamin. And, well, I didn't play Ali. What did I do? I played AE for 10. Yeah, I think Ali wrecks the rack leave unnecessarily, especially with the floating consonants. Not a nice rack for my opponent. And this is where he blocked my bingo. Oh, ouch. There was a bingo through the N, Selenian. Quite a high probability bingo, so I should have seen that. I didn't. And it would have emptied the bag. Okay. Probably quite a critical error. Yucks, my opponent wasn't going to bingo with this. Instead I played Eked. Opponent plays Cox. No bingos available. And I decide to fish, and I'm 20 points behind. Yeah, and I still like fishing. I think my rack lead was pretty good, and the board is in good shape. Nice play by my opponent, because he left one in the bag, which means that if I bingo, he can bingo back. So Inulays and Insuli both good, and I played Alanites, but any of those bingos do not block Congrees. However, what if I had... Well, I can't do anything because there's only one tile in the bag, so any play is going to empty the bag. The best I could do would be to pass, but then my opponent's going to score so much for Congrees that my play isn't going to win. So I do have to bingo, and it's not good enough. My opponent's got Cogenas and Congrees, and he's also got Engors in column 14. So a pretty exciting end to the game. There were a few critical points and suboptimal moves in that game as ever, which are useful for learning from. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I will see you next time.